Hi, I'm Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Benton LittleShift Bike Rack on the back for a 2023 GMC Yukon XL. Now, this is going to be a great rack if you just want to go on those solo rides or looking for something more affordable, but it's something just really easy to work with. So we'll be taking a closer look at it, but I do want to talk about how it's sitting on there right now with our bike. So with our bike in place, even if you're on some bumpy roads, this is moving around a little bit, we still got plenty of space between our handlebar and our back window, so you don't have to worry about it making contact with anything. Now at the moment, I'm not going to be able to get into my back hatch area, so what I'll have to do instead is take off my bike since this doesn't tilt at all. Now since it doesn't tilt at all, that also gives us a higher weight capacity, so we can even carry those heavier e-bikes. And taking off those straps really don't take too long. There's going to be one on each tire. And then to actually take it out completely, I'll come up to this front hook, press on that button and push up. Now, something I do like about this is I can take that off completely and just get that out of my way, lower that down. And now, just pick up on your bike and you can take it out for a ride. Now, a few things to note with those cradles, they can accommodate different tire sizes, and the rear one actually has the ability to pivot. So if you have a different size wheelbase for your bike, this will be accommodated. Now I'll just push that back into place, make it look a little bit nicer. Same thing on the front. And just make sure you don't forget about this hook, because we'll need that to carry our bikes. Once you have that up here, then we can see that this will clear. These cradles won't get in our way. That'll be great if you need to access the back for groceries or anything like that. And I like that we can have this little spot here. Then you put our feet, the tire, shoes, to get ready for those bike rides. But let me lower this down so we can get a couple measurements, how it's sitting back here. So the first one I'm going to get is going to be the ground clearance. And that's going to be sitting at about 25.5 inches. So that's plenty of space where we're not going to make contact. The biggest thing you got to think about is lifting up those heavier bikes up here. And then for the space, it sticks out from your back bumper. That's going to be a little bit over 18 inches. So that is going to be fairly compact, or pretty standard for a single bike carrier though. It is important to take this into account since this is a larger vehicle. If you're in any tight spots like a parking spot or garage, make sure you don't go too far and hit something. Now, how it's going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank, and that's going to go into our 2-inch hitch receiver. And then we're going to have an anti-rattle bolt that goes through and connects to a nut and a clip on the other side. Now, overall, I do think this is going to be a solid option for most people out there that just want more of a entry-level or mid-level bike rack. If you're someone who's pretty experienced and you want something that feels a little more luxury, then I'd recommend the Co-op Piston SR bike rack, since that is going to have a really high weight capacity, and it's going to be a very seamless design where you just got to press 2 buttons that activate some pistons, and you can take your bike on and off. But it will be at a higher price range, so it really just depends on what stage of your bike journey you're in. And if you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.